Giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Rakakudash, the waters to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and it's sincere shalom to the Akim out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is a going to be a quick video off of the brother GMS Awakening 144, and it's in the spirit that I literally just did a video on this a couple days ago, man. You know, is to, stop putting all your faith and trust into these women, to you brothers out there, man. You know, this is apparently this is a really heavy spell going around right now. It's always kind of been, but right now for whatever reason it's at an all-time high, man. So you see the title of his video, brothers, put your wits before a bitch, man. We're here to serve Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, not women. And whether a lot of you brothers want to admit it or not, so there was a guy, an individual that came up to the camp, and it was really spiritual because the elder had literally had a conversation about brothers and their wives and situations like that. And this individual came up and he was 100% serving his woman. He even pretty much said it, that he said his woman is a god. His woman is God, and he even says God is a woman, right? And that is an example. So there are other ways of serving women. While a lot of brothers ain't going to admit that that's what they're doing, you are, right? When you are, when you can't function in the in your workplace, or especially in the truth. Let's say you had a pattern coming to camp. You was on fire, right? All of a sudden you start dealing with a woman, and every camp you're tired. You start to miss camp. You start to have these problems, and it's just like you got to cut off the source of that problem. Well, that's another way of you worshiping women, right? What you're not doing is what this brother has said, man. You're not putting your wits before. You're not putting your wits before women. You're putting women before your wits. So what you're trying to do, and a lot of Jake, what they do is they try to keep an eye, a really close eye on their women. And it's just like, bro, if she's gonna quote unquote cheat on you, then that's what she's gonna do. We in Babylon. The hell with that, man. Your wits is more important than these women. And you see a lot of brothers really going out of their wits for women in different ways. Again, ways that some of them may not even know. I'm talking about some of you brothers may not even know. There are certain different ways to do that, right? So I'm doing this video. I know it was a lot of rambling just now. What I'm doing this video for is to take heed to these warnings, man. Like I said, it's going to be really quick. Take heed to these warnings. I'm going to link this video in the description, and I'm going to even, in fact, let me get a link right now before I forget. I'm going to even share it. All right. This is a very important message, and again, this is just the spirit that we've been in, And he mentioned Zerubbabel, one of our forefathers in the book of First Ezra 4, and it's the spirit that we literally just read that last Saturday at camp, right? We literally just read that. We went over that, and Zerubbabel gave the wisest counsel, and he said, when you read it in Second Ezra 4, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? That's a very important scripture. King Lemuel, all right? Very important. All these accounts are very important, man. It's Proverbs 7, Proverbs 9, all the 9 chapters. All of these are really important, man. So Sirach 20, I think 26, something like that, 25 or 26. Chapter 25, chapter 26. Really important, man. But again, what you brothers are not doing is you're not putting your wits before women. You're putting women before your wits, and that'll cause you to fall out. So then next thing you know, you start getting weaker, right? You start becoming more tired. You start becoming more drained. You don't want to come to camp, certain weeks. So you just call off and say, "Hey, brothers, I ain't feeling good." Really, it's behind that woman, bro. Man, we know, we seen it all, man. Right? And like I said, I'm not putting anything out there really, because I'm obviously not a relationship expert. I don't even deal with relationships, right? But honestly, when I'm seeing from my POV, from my point of view, right? I'm seeing a lot of Jake would just be better off without these women, man, because you don't know how to balance, right? This Babylon, man, in this Babylonian society, in this wicked society, some men should not have women. You wait until you get to the kingdom, man, or wait till Jacob's trouble. Then you may probably know how to function a little better. But right now, man, I see a lot of men. I see a awful lot of Jake. I'm not talking about the men in the world. The hell with them. I see an awful lot of brothers, you know, getting taken by that women, right? Especially the brothers that have children by these women, especially them, man, right? So this book of Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me. When I shall say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou shalt give him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Right? Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness. So you brothers out there that's putting your strength and your all your attention to this to a woman. Some of you because you don't want her to mess around. Like I said, if she gonna mess around, she gonna mess around. Ain't nothing you can do about that, right? What you're doing is you're being wicked, right? Number one, number. Let's go back a little bit. Some of you jakes out there, man. Some of you brothers out there, you don't listen, right? You don't listen. When elders and even other brothers like this brother here give you wise counsel, and you have to really examine yourself, and you have to really take heed to these warnings. And that's exactly what I'm doing this video on, man. A lot of you brothers, y'all don't take heed to the warnings, and then all of a sudden when you're all messed up and broke down by your wife or by your woman, you know what I mean? No doubt it's probably going to hurt either way, when certain things happen. But if you listen, right? If you listen, some of you brothers wouldn't be in certain situations if you listen. I'm just talking about all over. I see this all over, right? Some of you brothers would not be in certain situations if you listen. Like I said, some because we're in this wicked society. Some situations you can't help. Like, for example, once again, your woman messing around on you. You can't help that. It is what it is, man. Right? But what you're doing is you're not putting your wits before women. You're putting your woman before your wits. Right? So what you're doing is you're being wicked. You're putting your faith into you're putting your strength into this woman. You're not putting your strength into serving the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. So what does that make you? That makes you wicked. There is no other way of saying it. We always say there is no gray area. Do you know what who a lot of these scriptures go to first? A lot of these scriptures go to us first. That no, right? So that whole there is no gray area thing, that really applies to us even more, right? So there is no other way of putting it. If you are putting your strength into your bitch, right? Instead of serving the Lord, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, there is no other way of putting it. You're being wicked. So what brothers and elders are out to do is to warn the wicked from their wicked way. It says, but what happens if you don't take heed to these warnings? It says, yet if thou warn the wicked and he turn not from his wickedness and say, nah, I'm cool, man. Everything is good, man. I got it. And really you don't. You don't. You get wise counsel and you don't. You just go the complete opposite way, man. It says, nor from his wicked way he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So, the to be honest, man, some brothers out there that I hear about, I don't feel sorry for, especially if well, at first, again, if you don't listen, then I don't feel sorry for you. right? You get what you get. Especially since, we have so much um, information out there with these red pillars, even though I don't agree with like 99% of them either, right? But they're putting it out there. At least they're putting it out there. And right now, there's no excuse for us not to know, okay, what's what. It's so much, like I said, so much information out there. What's the excuse now, man? Every man in America looks at these red pillars now. So what's the excuse, right? And besides the red pillars, us in this faith should know way better than these red pill guys. And what are we doing here? What are we doing here, man? Every time I turn around, man, somebody, uh, uh, somebody's asked, "Hey, man, what's wrong, man?" A brother is asked, "Well, what's wrong, man? You know, what's going on?" It's probably, it's that woman, ain't it? And the brothers that have a little more, have a little less pride, they'll say, "Yeah, yeah, it is." So you gotta fix it, man. You gotta fix it. It's easier said than done. I get it. But you always gotta remember, man, what's more important, your wits and the servant of the Lord YAHAWASHI, who is going to save you in the day of Jacob's trouble, or this woman who is going to be looking towards you to save her in the time of Jacob's trouble, because she ain't going to save you. See, a lot of brothers out there seem like they're again this spell, man. I don't know how else to put it, man. It's pretty much it's a spirit, man. It's a spell where, like I said, you see an awful lot of men, an awful lot of brothers being taken by the woman, man. But if you were warned, you know, if you were warned, then what more is there for us to tell you, man? Don't come to us talk about, yeah, man, my woman did this, and my woman did that. Well, it is what it is, man. You didn't listen. It is, it's, again, you got elders, you got brothers, you got elders in your camp that will tell you what's good, and even brothers in your camp that will tell you what's up. And you do, and a lot of you, Jake, man, y'all so rebellious because some of y'all think y'all got it going on, man. A lot of y'all think that, nah, man, it ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't happening to me. Still see a lot of brothers talk about, yeah, man, I got a virgin, man, I got a virgin. Man, oh man, I guess that's another topic, another video. But man, oh man, when I hear brothers say that, I try not. I mean, I don't even say anything, to be honest. I just say, okay, got yourself a virgin, I guess. All right, okay, all right. But anyway, man, the information is out there, and it's just in the spirit that this brother did this video, and I literally did a video on this like a couple days ago, and I was like, yeah, man, that's the spirit. So I am going to share it, right? It says again, when a righteous man doth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, right? And I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die. The through the woman became the beginning of sin. Through her we all die, right? You're on fire for the truth. You know what I mean? You doing your videos. You start seeing changes, and when you get a relationship, you're gonna see changes. It's just natural. But when you start seeing that fire get taken away, it's just like, whoa, what's going on here? Brothers ain't doing, you're not on fire anymore. You're not doing your videos anymore, right? That's what this verse 20 is talking about. When a righteous man, you're turning from your righteousness and putting your woman before serving the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. It says commit iniquity. So that's what you're doing. Again, there's no other way of saying it. Whether you so a lot of you brothers want to admit it or not, when you're doing stuff like this, you're committing iniquity. You're being wicked, right? This is why I said, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning, right? He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered, but his blood will require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man, right, that the Salakia, that the righteous sin not, and he doth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned, and also thou hast delivered thy soul. Yeah, he was warned and he listened. He took heed, right? Anyway, man, I think y'all get the point. It was supposed to, this video was supposed to be a lot shorter than what it was, but you know, it is what it is. You know, there's so much information out there, and us and annoying should definitely know way more than these red pill guys, man. Because we're number one, we the ones that have the answers. Red pill guys, they just put it out there and just say, yeah, well, it is what it is, right? We will say, well, you already know what we will say, right? Number one, we'll say, man, this ain't gonna last forever. All this stuff is gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be done away with. You get rid of her. Stop trying to fight with her. You get rid of her, right? And some red pillars will say that, you know. But what is the ultimate answer? Serving the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, right? Not trying to be a high value man here. That's another scam too, man. Right? To hell with being a high value man in this society. This society is not even high value. Why the hell would you want to be considered high value here? Right? Am I saying just be a deadbeat bum? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is serve the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Make your money for, you know, or whatever your daily bread is. Make your money, you know, and serve the Lord. That's all, man. Right? You got a woman, then you got a woman. But man, will you put your wits before your woman? You know, it's like, will you put your woman before your wits? That's when it becomes a problem. So anyway, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM. Shalom.